Hello goat lovers, Crystal here with Blue Cactus Dairy Goats, and we finally made it home from a long, very fun week at the convention. So last week, most of you know that we did have the ADGA annual convention, and I have to tell you guys, it was so much fun. Getting to hang out with a lot of friends I haven't seen in quite a while, and just meeting so many new goat lovers that it's just, there was hundreds of goat lovers in the same venue, and you don't get much better than that. So it was just a blast. There was a lot of things that I was busy doing. I didn't get to enjoy a lot of the seminars, but I expected that, so that's not too big of a deal. But yeah, it was just really exciting. There were so many neat things that actually go on in a convention. Just so many learning opportunities, and just judges trainings and linear appraisal trainings, animals, working animals, just so much work goes into a convention. So I'm just really glad and happy at how well it turned out. It was a long week away from home though, huh? Yes. And I really missed the girls, so we are very glad to be home. But again, it was a really good time. Didn't get to film as much as I thought I was going to. Like, actually, I was just super busy and had planned on filming, but just didn't get the opportunity to really do so. And then the last day was what they call the TC training conference. So it's where the judges actually take a test, and they have to judge animals. So that was a really long day. It was literally from 4 in the morning. Emily, Darren, and I had to wake up. Derek took 4 of our bucks, so Legend, Vader, Merle, and Everest got to go because they were one of the classes that were judged. It was the only bucks that went. And Derek is awesome because he woke up at the butt crack of dawn just like we had to, and he met us at the ranch that the TC was going on at. But he got all the boys out of the pens all by himself into the trailer, loaded them up, and brought them to us. So that was really cool. But yeah, anyway, that was a very exhausting day. So it was a big long day to top off a wonderful, long, exciting week. But anyway, we are home now, and just checking on the does. Another thing Derek did for me was make sure any does that seemed to be in heat, he would let me know so that I would be able to still keep it on the calendar, because that was something I was like, gosh dang it, I keep track of who's in heat and who's being bred, and Derek did a really good job of letting me know which does were acting in heat. And as far as now, they're pretty much all on the calendar, so that's pretty cool. So we're just now at this point just gonna wait to see if they go into another heat cycle. But so we got these girls that were not breeding out here browsing. They have a new area because there's really no need for them not to be out browsing, and they're really happy with it too. So the other girls don't really like it. They kind of like meh, because they want to come out here too. But their time will come. They'll be browsing again soon, huh? All right, so we're up here in Merle's pen with Dawn and Lodi, which both of them have been bred early on, right from the beginning, and they have not come back into heat. Of course, Merle is keeping them away from me, which is one of the reasons I can't wait to put the boys back in their own pen, because they don't let the ladies come and say hi to me, huh? Because you're a stinker. Literally. Whew. Oh, clear your sinuses. It was so funny, you guys. At the judges conference, because these boys, I'm telling you, they are smelling ripe. You can smell them a mile away because it's rut. That's just normal. But Merle, oh, he's coming behind you. You leave him alone. Come here. So anyway, the people that had to judge them, well, when you're judging an animal, you have to feel them. You got to feel their skin. You're going to feel the rib spacing. Make sure that the ribs are at a good angle. They should never come straight down. They should be angled. And just, how dairy is their skin, how pliable. And so they're all dressed up in nice suits and looking fancy. And they were like, oh, they're so stinky. And then they'd touch them and feel them, and then their hands went straight to their face. every time. Like, why are you guys doing that? It was funny. Good, you boys are stinky, huh? Go tell your girls to come here. I want to say hi. At least Lodi. Lodi won't even come over to me. Lodi loves me. Dawn doesn't love me. Let's see. Can you see him in there? What are you girls doing? Lodi. She's like, I'm enjoying my time away from Merle for a half a second. Ain't that right, Merle? Oh. Alright, well, there's not a lot of action out of this pen here. Merle's not going to let the ladies come and say hi, I guess. So, but yeah, Lodi and Dawn are getting along really, really well. Very well. They aren't fighting or anything like that, so they actually make a pretty good pair together, all things considered. Boy. Oh. You're very pretty, Dawn, but you're very ornery. Yes. Oh, okay. All right, well, let's go see how Lucky and Elsa are doing. That's not a scratching post, boy. I love you. Good boy. Lucky. Elsa. What you do? He's always got his tongue out. Always. They are a little mad because I did have to wrangle them to give them their selenium. Are you going to let us say hi? Lucky's not going to let Elsa say hi. Because we're in here, you think you need to blubber on her and chase her around and make her miserable. So, if you guys didn't see the video, hey, be nice. How are we doing, Elsa? Let me check you. How are you doing? But anyway, if you guys didn't see the video where I said why Lucky's head is bald, which it was all the way back here, so he's actually growing a little bit of hair. And a lot of people can't handle it because it looks ridiculous. But it's so rubbed. I'm wondering if he'll even get hair growing back there. It is literally from rubbing on the fence. Especially Lucky. He loves to rub on the fence. And I think half of it, that's not a leather chew for you. I think half of the reason was just simply because he was trying to break out. So, but he never did he? Now Lucky is really happy in here with his Elsa. This is his favorite girl. Favorite girl. And she right now is busy brewing because she was bred as well. It was while I was gone. She's probably been bred the whole time daily. But while I was gone, she was really, really loud and vocal. So I got that. Derek let me know, and I got that on the calendar. So that was just a few days ago. Are you going to knock me over? Cut it out, punk. He's trying to eat my boot. So he wants me to push on him and play with him. That's usually a bad idea with a goat because then it teaches them to do that with you. So never, especially with a buck, try not to ever push on their head because they like that. And then they think it's okay playing, huh? And these boys, even though they're little guys, the little Nigis, they are very strong. I don't want you ruining my boot. What is your deal? Okay, well, it doesn't matter. So anyway, Lucky and Elsa Elsa has been bred, so super excited about that. Hopefully she took, and we'll just keep an eye on it and see if she goes back into heat in 19 to 21 days from the time I got her marked. But man, I'm really hoping for that Swiss doe, and blue-eyed and polled would be even more amazing. So polled is just naturally hornless. Swiss, when I say Swiss doe, because a lot of you ask, it's literally just a coat pattern that's really pretty. It's cute, and we don't have it in our herd yet. So Elsa carries the Swiss gene. So every kid has the potential to get, okay, let me take that back. Every goat has two genes, two color pattern genes. And Elsa is gold even though she's white, there's technically no such thing as white in an IG. It's gold, and she just has a lot of white overlay. Now, as in her older age, you can kind of see it coming out. She's almost like got some like gold roning throughout her white. When we first got her, she was mainly white. Now, a lot of that could be Lucky's pee too. He just lifted me up. Do you just need a hug? Do you just need a hug? Little punk. Go for it, Elsa, run. So, one of the jeans Elsa carries, she actually got that one from her mom, was the gold jean, and she has a lot of gold kids. Lucky's trying to get it. Camera boy now. He's like, what? I wasn't doing anything. Here comes Kitty. Put your tongue back in your mouth, boy. You're such a dork. I don't want your lady right now. I'm just saying hi. So, and the other jean, color coat pattern jean that Elsa has is the Swiss. Now, the gold is very dominant. That's what she likes to throw, is a lot of gold. And she has only given us 2 Swiss kids, which is how I know that she has the Swiss gene, because none of my other goats, none of my bucks, jeez, Lucky. You're such a brat. He's trying to fight me right now. He's like, get out of here. And this is why he's got a bald head. Yeah. That hair just started growing back. Quit it. So anyway, I'm really, really hoping, because of course, again, she's only thrown 2 Swiss bucklings. And I already have a buckling out of her who is Everest, so I didn't keep the Swiss buckling, either one of them. But I really, really want that doe this year. I've been patiently waiting, but my patience is running dry, like Lucky's. You want us out of here?
Like Lucky's.
Well, I'm just trying to say hi. I think you're being really rude, and I don't want you touching my face. Do you want me to bite you? Stinker. All right, Lucky. What are you doing over here, boy? Making sure your pee stinks real bad still? It does, I promise. See, he's got his balding too. Don't you? How you doing? Huh? Everest was such a good boy. Hi, Cassie. Hi, baby. You gonna come say hi? Oh. We don't get to love on him so much anymore. Big baby. So Everest was such a good boy at the convention. He walked like a good boy. And ironically, it's kind of funny because at the shows, he did really good. He placed high. He did really, really well. And even took a reserve. So, but the judges, so how it goes, for this judges training thing, that's gross, I just touched my face because my nose itched. Ew. But the judges training, so in the morning at 6 o'clock, we started the real judges who already have their licensing and have been judges for quite some time. They came in and had to judge all of the different classes. So like the 4 bucks were in one class. There was 4 3-year-old does and milk Nigies. There were, and so forth with the other different breeds and stuff. So the judges actually scored all of them, placed all of them. So then around at 10 o'clock, the people taking the test, they had to actually judge and place them. And it had to be, you know, close or exact to what the judges did. So anyway, the 4 boys that we took were judged as well by the real judges, and Everest took 4th out of the boys. So it was, again, kind of interesting. I would have thought they would have placed him higher, but it was Merle, Legend, Vader, Everest. So not saying that the 4 boys aren't all great, but that's how they thought they were as far as placing goes. And I really like Everest. I think he's super wide. I'm sorry, I like you too. I meant to say Legend though. I think Legend right now at this stage in the game, he's just a gorgeous boy, but he was not very nice. Was he? You're being a sweet boy. Are you happy? So Everest here has Cassie, who she's the only one that wants to come and say hi apparently. And then in there is Maddie and Lily. And of course, Maddie won't come and say hi. She only says hi to Emily. And then we have Made It. I don't know why Lily won't come and say hi either, but she today is on one. She is not being very nice to the other goaties today, is she? No, she's trying to beat up Made It. Have you missed your scratches? Yes. Yes. We got a lot of comments too. A lot of people asking if we've ever saved a cami doe. The last couple of videos. I don't rightfully know why that question is so popular currently, but yes, this is Cassie. This is her baby, her and Champ. So she is our very first blue-eyed polled and moon-spotted goat. So, and moon spots are just a circular, pretty coat pattern. It's just circular colors of hair on the body. And she's got longer hair right now. They kind of, and a lot of them, they'll lighten up, but when you shave her, you can see them real good. But the moon spots can lighten up on once they start getting older, and when they're kids, they just seem to be just pop, and you can see them really, really well. But that's all. And they can't be on white or white. Moon spots are not on white or the color white. Cassie, are you doing okay? You look pretty chill today. Huh. So, yeah, everybody in this pen, Everest has bred at least once. He looks wore out. Look at that boy. What are you doing, Everest? Just relaxing. It's actually a really nice day today. The temperatures are pretty good. It said it was going to be a high of 72, but a little bit ago there wasn't any cloud cover, and it felt like it was 90. So I don't know how accurate that really is, but right now it feels good. All right, Cassie, we're gonna move along, okay? Hi, Daisy. Hi, baby. Hi, Tippy. You still got selenium on your face. All right, here is Legend and his ladies. Trying to see what he's plotting on here. You can't really trust him. He's Vogue. All the goats always just want to eat the camera. So Legend he's got Vogue, he's got Daisy, he's got Tippy, who's eating Darren's shirt, he has Dinky, and May in there. And who else? He's got another one.
Wildy.
Oh, Wildy's in there?
Yeah. Vogue, can you stop?
So now you're tired, Wildy? Oh, you're so tired. You want to come out and say hi? Yeah. Come here. Come say hi. Come on. Come on. Look at that big old belly. What's going on here? Well. Tippy. She's trying to undo Darren's that. All right, so he's been hard. Legend has been hard at work, of course. He's very protective of his ladies. Legend. Hey.
Look at all that hair.
He's got so much hair. And he was shaved, like, what was that? In May. So, yeah, his hair grows really fast. Daisy, I missed you too, girl. Yes. But yeah, Legend's been hard at work. He's got all these does bred. So, again, we'll just keep an eye out to see if they all took. But he was not a good boy at the convention at all. As a matter of fact, he did really, really good walking to the ring. And then once we got in the ring, he did 2 laps. And then he was done. So he just kind of was jumping up and doing flips and just acting a fool. Boy. A straight fool. And then he was so upset, he just dropped down to his side and just drama queen. So then I was like, fine, whatever. I just gave him a minute. And then the last couple of laps he took for me. And then he walked back really good too. Why are you chewing on me, Tippy? Huh? Don't chew her ear. But this guy here, he's quite the character. What are you doing, Everest? Look at his face. So they have managed to, we gotta fix that, but since all of these girls aren't really letting off heat, most of them are bred, it's not really too big of a deal. The big deal is when they can see each other and everybody's going in heat, and they're likely to fight through the fence. But yeah, they just made that hole really big in the last couple of days, so we need to fix that so they don't have little windows. Stop! You are just like your brother. So, Legend is the brother of Lucky. Oh, and their personalities, if you can't tell, are quite the same, and they get it from Lacey. All right, thanks. Quit trying to knock me over, boy. Where are you going, Daisy? But these girls are very content, so he thinks he's keeping them safe and all that good jazz. Do you think so? I forgot you guys like to chew on this shirt. What is it? What is it? Again, this is why I don't keep the bucks with the does all the time. Huh? Because some of the does won't even come up to you just because he's got to be right on top of you if you're in here. Just to make sure you're not doing anything to his ladies. Huh. Huh. Alright. You're being a punk. You're being a punk.
She always crosses her legs because she's a lady.
It's so funny.
It's so adorable.
She just, ever since she was a little baby, she just crosses her front feet when she's laying down. Huh. What is this?
A little horse.
You silly. You silly. Look at that. Mommy and daughter laying together. How cute is that? How cute is that male? What are you doing, boy? So, Everest, or not Everest, Vader. Vader's definitely one of the calmer of the bucks for sure. Come here, baby. Come up here and don't chew on me. You guys are nibblers. Bottle babies are nibblers, huh? Yes. How you doing? Oh, we're not gonna eat my hair, okay? Thank you. All right, so Vader here, also been hard at work like all the boys. He has Bessie, Birdie, Lit Eye, Maybelline Mayo, and Dreamer over there. So, oh, hi. So Vader made some really, really pretty babies with Maybelline and Dreamer last year. So that was the only two girls he actually had last year, was Dreamer and Maybelline. And what you got in your ear there? A little sliver. And anyway, the babies turned out really pretty. Dinky is one of them. So she's just a gorgeous little baby, and she came from Dreamer and Vader. So just definitely wanted to repeat that. And on top of that, I just can't separate Dreamer and Maybelline. All right, you're biting my skin at this point. That hurts, girl. So I didn't want to separate them because sometimes when you'll separate the goats, if they're really bonded, and once you separate them from breeding because it's a couple months, they might not come back and be besties anymore. And they're just the cutest little things together. So this shirt is a hot commodity for chewing. Yeah? Never wear it in the pen with goats. I forgot. I forgot. Well, Mayo is the oldest one in here, and I typically breed her with Everest, or I had anyway, for three kiddings she was with Mayo, but with Everest. But I really, really love Vader's lines, and obviously he's got 6 this year. But I just think his lines with Mayo is gonna be an awesome, awesome, awesome pairing. So we'll just have to see. We'll have to see, because sometimes you can have 2 really, really amazing animals, a really awesome doe and a really awesome buck, and just because they're both super awesome doesn't mean their genetics will match, if you will. So it just depends. Every single breeding is definitely a crapshoot. Ain't that right? Ain't that right? Well, Vader is such a sweet boy. You're just a sweetie. See, you're not trying to knock me over. No. This is one of my favorite pens because they're just too sweet. And Vader lets the girls come up to you. Even though you're trying to eat me. Stop. You stink. It's like chill time for them. They're all very relaxed. If you guys can't tell, things have calmed down drastically since we started breeding them. It's definitely not as loud. Definitely not as rowdy. Birdie, can I have it back? Birdie, thank you. Well, you guys, this is like, you guys are just trying to eat me up. I am not a buffet. What is happening? Hi, Maybelline. Maybelline's still doing good on her leg. Really? Sometimes you think it's all better, and then sometimes she picks it up, but she's still doing really good. Ain't that right? Ain't that right? All right, so our last breeding pen is old Champer over there, so let's go see how he's doing. Okay, so this is again the last breeding pen, and we got Champ, who's under there flapping his tongue at a little bit. There they go. So he's gonna do that to her. He won't come over here to me, I don't suspect, which, you know, at least he's not gonna be knocking me over and rubbing his head all over me. But we also have Cammy and Abilene. Now Cammy and Champ's kids, they're definitely, he's the loudmouth buck too, but they are definitely one of my favorite pairings.
That's a little bit yelling at him.
Oh, little bit was yelling at Champ?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she's done. Oh.
They're having an argument.
But Abilene had some really, really gorgeous babies with Champ last year too, so again, just wanted to repeat it. But she was mad at him the other day. She was up, and Champ now gets on the A-frame and goes back and forth, so the girls can't hide from him anymore. He has figured it out. Ain't that right? And you girls will let me pet you, huh? Because Champ won't come up to me. Now, Champ is just kind of our crazy buck. He's not aggressive in any way, or we wouldn't be keeping him, but he was not a bottle baby. He was the last baby out of Obi, who is May's mom, and Obi just was an outstanding, gorgeous doe. So we have a lot of her blood throughout this herd. She was definitely a champion. I want to say she was 12 or 13 when she won her last championship. That was the last show she went to. Can you imagine that? 12 or 13-year-old doe. She held together that long, and she still took champion. So that's pretty impressive and amazing. But yeah, so he was the last baby to that. But Champ, and he's also our silent breeder. You guys know that. But she ain't having it. We got another hole over here. Maybelline's trying to see what's going on. Champ, you want to say hi?
Nope.
That was a little bit. Little bit, come here, and he won't come over. He'll leave you alone. Nah. I still don't have a little bit baby either. I almost kept a little bit baby. Oh, she was gorgeous. I named her Little Lady, and she was out of Little Bit and Merle. Just really, really stunning baby. She took reserve as a junior in one of the shows, and it was her and Mayo. So they were born the same year, but those were the two does I wanted to retain that year. Just financially, it was just smart just to keep just the one, and I decided it to be on Mayo, even though Mayo didn't do nearly as well in the show that year. Just little babies, but I saw the potential in Mayo, so I did sell that little girl. But I still get cringy over it every time I think about it. I miss Little Lady. But anyway, maybe I'll get a little bit baby this year. You never know. I don't have any idea which babies I'm going to keep this year. I do know I'm going to retain a couple, and it should probably be only 3. We will see. Huh, Abilene. Miss Abilene. She's a sweet girl. Huh. And then Abilene this year is going to be 3, or next year when she has babies, she'll be 3. And 3 years old is when you'll be like, oh my gosh, that goat just blossomed. They just look so much more mature. And so I'm really excited about Abilene because she has an udder that's glued to her. She's got super large teats. There's this like, you know, serious squabble going on down back here. I don't know, he has not been acting like that on her all day, and just because we're in this pen, I think he's doing that, because these girls are over here, and he's trying to make sure he gets to keep at least one cornered, and she's not having it. So she's definitely not in a standing heat, I'll tell you that, but he is kind of acting like she's letting off a scent, or he just wants to make sure he's keeping control of at least one, because his other 2 girls are over here. So, I don't know. Blah, 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 blah. Let's see if we can go look at them. What's going on, little bit? Champ. You guys see Champ's tongue? It's half black, half pink. Well, he already moved now.
I don't even see him.
Let's go over here. Little bit. I just want to say, guys, some people wanted to know, why do you wash your bucks? Gross, they're just gonna pee on themselves again anyway. Well, this is just from petting them. So you gotta wash them every once in a while, because that gets caked on them. And it doesn't. And gross.
Why did you do that?
I was just making a joke from those people that did it. All right. Well, there you have it, you guys. So as far as the goats are concerned, all of the does have been bred at least once. Now they're all super healthy. I don't foresee any issues as far as some of them not taking. I'm betting that we're probably not even going to see them go into another heat cycle, because in most cases they don't. Now the ones that got bred right away as soon as we put them in the pen, they do have a slight chance of going back into another heat, because they could have been at the very end of their heat cycle, because how it works, and it could vary. It could be a 3-day heat cycle for one doe, and it could be like 3 hours for another doe. So that part really truly varies. I had a doe once. It was actually Dawn's mom. It was like 8 days or something, and she would like try climbing fences to get to the bucks. She was bad, but anyway, it was like torture to the bucks with that doe. So you just have to gauge your doe and see how they are, because their heat cycles are all different. But so they will come into a scent, and then, you know, they're not willing, they're not eager, they're just like, get the heck away from me, kind of how Little Bit's acting with Champ right now. And then it could be 2 hours from then, or the next day, to when they're what's called open. Now that means they're in a standing heat, they're gonna wag their tails, they're willing, and they're interested in the buck. And that is the moment that they're going to be able to actually take and get pregnant. And then it goes on for another little period. It could be a day, it could be another hour, to where they're still letting off that heat scent, and the bucks are still after them, but they're no longer open. So what I meant by, we just don't know with the ones that took right away, with the ones that got bred right away, you know, they could have been at the end and not open. So we don't know. I just didn't know you were there, baby. I kind of accidentally, I'm wailing my hands around, smacking goats. I'm so, you missed me, huh? I miss you too, baby. I do. She's such a sweet girl. So I have not seen the deed done in this pen, and I never will, because Champ ain't having it. Nope, he will blubber, blubber, blubber all day long with you standing there. He will miss a heat cycle over it if you're standing there. So he's our silent breeder, and mainly does it at night. Oh, this dust. So anyway, the only way I know is by checking their back ends and seeing if they have muck butt, if there's any evidence that the deed was done. So, and all 3 of these ladies have shown evidence, so they're all on the calendar as well. So, how super exciting that we definitely have little tiny babies growing in some of these does, if not all of them. And just really exciting. Champ just got a little bit right in front of me.
What?
Oh my. Okay, so everything I just said, scratch it, because that is the very first time I've ever seen that buck breed a doe. But he just did it. So, I guess that's...
Maybe I did get it on camera.
I don't think so.
Wow.
So, what I'm gonna do is mark that on the calendar. I can't believe that.
Caught you in 4K.
Wow, champ. You're really growing up.
Well.
That's crazy. So, he's still the silent breeder though. I mean, just because I saw it once doesn't mean anything. He's, what is he, 4 years old now? He might, he's approaching 5, so that's, out of that long, never seen it done. But there's a first for everything. Okay guys, feels really good to be cleaned up. I was stinking. I was smelling just as ripe as those bucks. But, so here we are in the soap room. And this is actually kind of one of my little happy places. It's just really cool to see all the hard work all pretty and laid out like that. So anyway, I did forget to mention to you guys about the convention. Two of the most exciting things that happened at the convention were the auction for the little Nigerian goat that I painted, as well as the rest of the breeds of goats that got painted. And the club did so well. A really nice young man, young gentleman if you will, he is the one, his name is Russ, and he purchased the little Nigerian doe that I had painted, and it went for $500. So that is just really cool. So I'm really excited. I guess his mom has a little shop, and that little goat's just gonna go on the stand. So it's a shop in California that sells just goat milk stuff. So just really cool, really cool. That was a pretty exciting evening. And then the next evening was the spotlight sale. So if you guys don't know what the spotlight sale is at the convention, it's top breeders who have really amazing goats and really amazing lines. They submit an entry to ADGA to see if their goat can be auctioned off. Now, the highest, if any of you are goat lovers or have goats and follow that kind of stuff and the registry and whatnot, you probably have already heard. It's probably all over the internet, but $26,000, the highest bid ever on record with ADGA for a spotlight sale, and a little Nigerian doeling from the herd Little Misbehavin'. $26,000 somebody bought that doe for. So that is really super cool, and I think it says a lot about the Nigis. They are definitely a popular breed and not to be reckoned with, but how cool is that? And all of the other animals did really well also. There was another Nigerian buck that went for $16,000, so even at that, that's just mind-blowing, you guys. We were making jokes and just simply saying, like, that goat better be sleeping in the house, because, oh my goodness, so much money. But anyway, just wanted to say that, because those were two really exciting moments at the convention, and I didn't want to leave that part out. So, back to the soap. As far as the listings that we have, of course it's at our Etsy shop. You can find the link in the description of this video below, or you can just go to Etsy and type in Blue Cactus Soap, and you can find our shop that way. So we have several new listings now that we put up. A lot of your favorites are up. We had to repost, or we had to add more to the listing, if you will, because they were either sold out or very close to. So here we got the terracotta. This is a very lovely soap. Has really great reviews, and it has purple kale and clay in it, so it's just a real subtle, really gentle clay. And then of course our bestseller honey oat. Had to add more of that. We have a really hard time, you guys, keeping this one stocked, so we make a lot of the honey oat and it just goes. So it is definitely a favorite for sure. And then here is our maple bar. And this maple bar is turning into a huge favorite also. This one we can't keep. We can't keep as soon as we post them, and we post a lot because we're making a lot of soaps, but they sell out before the week is done, so super cool. This is a really, really awesome bar, and it has organic maple syrup in it, so just a really, really great bar. And the maple syrup, not only is it beneficial for your skin, but it just gives just such a beautiful lather to it. So love that bar. And then we have more lavender. This is still the plain lavender, so it doesn't have the Brazilian clay in it. There's nothing that smells better than this bar, but this is also a very, very, very popular one that we're finding it hard to keep stocked, but love this bar. So go get your lavender if you're wanting that, you guys, because it's like it goes out so quickly, and then everybody's like, wow, I just saw your post on Instagram or Facebook, and where's the lavender? Well, it's sold out. So go get it if you want it. Our turmeric bar, this is also a very, very good one, you guys. Turmeric is so amazing for your skin, so get that bar if you haven't tried it yet. Of course, our rose clay, everybody loves the rose clay bar. And we have our charcoal bar. We did add some more to that because that was getting really low. So we got more of that. Now this bar, you guys, if you have, I've been loving this one for my skin. It has the mildest exfoliant. It's just, this is a really good bar for your skin. It leaves your skin, your face feeling super soft. My son actually uses it for his whole body. He loves this bar. So this is a really good one for like even teenage boys. And then of course our white gold, which is our plain goat milk soap, the mildest, the purest, the just simply super, super gentle soap. So perfect for babies, perfect for anybody that has really, really sensitive skin to things. Just a wonderful, wonderful, mild, gentle bar. So this is more white gold because of course we sold out of that too. But really excited, you guys. So you guys, we've had these listed before, so we are literally just adding more to it for the ones that had cured, so that those are available again. But we have 2 new bars, and this one I have been so excited to be able to share with you guys, because this one is our pink Himalayan salt bar, and it just has a very little bit of rose clay in it, but it is absolutely amazing. I just love this bar. So the salt has several minerals in it that are, of course, good for the skin. It just helps replenish the minerals in your skin. It's a light exfoliant, a very light exfoliant. And as well, it is said that it's called pink crystal salt also. So pink Himalayan salt. So my daughter's like, I want to call it the pink crystal bar, but maybe one day. But anyway, this one is really, really good, and it is said to, if used over an extended period of time, it also helps with body odor. So if you're having issues, I was thinking my boy, like with body odor or anything, or somebody that works really hard outside all the time, just can't seem to kick that body odor for whatever reason, the minerals in the pink Himalayan salt help with that. So that was very interesting to me. So anyway, love this bar. It's really exciting that I get to finally post it and you guys can actually try it out. And then the ginger bar. This is also a new bar. This ginger bar smells really good. It smells like a ginger snap cookie. It just smells really, really good. And that's kind of where my thought went with it, because I did add a little brown sugar into it. So it gives you just better lather, if you will, and then the brown sugar also is beneficial for the skin. But the ginger is killer. If you guys haven't read up on the benefits of ginger, do so. It's amazing. So not only if you consume it or eat it, but also for your skin, ginger is amazing. So, and especially it is said to drastically help situations like acne or inflammation of any sort. So yeah, try this bar. And it also, like if you guys have sunburns or any kind of skin burns, it also helps heal that quicker. So the ginger bar, I'm really, really excited about both the pink Himalayan and the ginger bar. So there you have it, you guys. Those are our new listings. So go ahead and go get some soap. I know Christmas is coming up. People are wanting gifts, and don't hesitate to buy some for yourself because you will love them. And yeah, so go to the Etsy shop and get some soaps, and I will see you guys again soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.